Today, at the end of 2022, I want to talk about my collection. This is the state of my collection video as of 2022. Before we start, I want to say if you will hear strange sounds in the video, this is the reason why. We have 6 white clouds living with us right now. I will start the video featuring watches that I like the most, that I wear the most. And then I will go down to the watches that I have in my collection that I wear not that often, or some watches that I don't wear at all. This is a Cartier tank mast large model, and this is not a Soleure bead model. This is their regular quartz model that they sell. This is the most recent watch that I bought, and I was thinking about this Cartier for a really long time. I like the elegance of this watch, I like the simplicity of the watch. And I think this is one of the best classic watch that you can get. As you can see, I changed the strap. I ordered the strap from Deluxe, and I like how it is. And I'm planning to wear this watch pretty often, and I think that this watch will stay with me for some time. And for this video, I'm wearing my Omega Railmaster that I bought a few months ago. And since I bought it, this watch became one of my favorite everyday watches. I wear it very often, and I really like this watch. I like that this is something different. It's not your regular Seamaster Speedmaster from Omega. It is a very interesting and unique design, I would say. It is incredibly comfortable on my wrist. When I first saw it, when I first tried, I remember I couldn't get them out of my head, and I was thinking about them for a really long time. It is a coaxial master chronometer, fully brushed watch. I wear it on a rubber strap from Vaer, and I really like it on this rubber strap. It is very comfortable, but I tried them on a different straps, and it is a strap monster for me. I bought them on a bracelet, so I have different options for this watch. This is one of my favorite watches of this year. Here is my Black Bay 58, Tudor Black Bay 58 blue dial. I bought them last year, so I have this watch for a little bit more than a year already. And I still love it. I wear it a lot. This is an incredible watch. 39mm case size is perfect for my wrist. The design, the quality, the accuracy, everything is great about this watch. And I think that this is the watch that will continue to stay with me in my collection. Here is my Tudor Black Bay 41. This is another watch that I was wearing through the year very often, and this is one of my to-go watches. And although this watch doesn't have in-house movement from Tudor, it is incredibly accurate. This is the watch that I was debating between getting this one or 36mm. The same watch in 36mm, which is more popular, which gets more praise from watch community. And although the 36mm is also incredible watch, when I tried them side by side, I prefer this one. I felt that this one fits better on my wrist. Here is my another Tudor. This is Tudor Royal in 38mm case size, and this is the watch that I also love a lot, and I wore a lot. I love the integrated bracelet design of this watch, and it is incredibly comfortable on the wrist. The bracelet is very comfortable. Let's move quickly to my another favorite watch that I wear not that often. Although I love it very much. This is my Heuer Aquaracer quartz model, and I actually have 2 of them. They are similar. As you can see, the case size and everything is pretty similar. The difference is between the color and the bezel. One is steel bezel, stainless steel bezel, and another one is aluminum bezel. The reason why I have 2 of them, I bought this one first. I bought this model from eBay, and if you are following my channel, you probably watched this video about my adventures with this particular model that I bought from eBay. If you haven't watched this video, I suggest you to watch it, because you can find some useful information for you as well, and something to be aware of. I like them both. I wear them both. Actually, they both my kinda like a beater watches. If I go swimming, if you go to a beach, if I'm going skiing, I wear one of these watches, and I love the design. As of this year, as of 2022, Tag Heuer discontinued these models. Soon I think you won't be able to find them anywhere, but they still available at some ADs. It's a diver watch with 300 meters of water resistance. It's a quartz model. I think it's pretty good and solid watch to have. Moving on, here is my another quartz watch that I don't wear that often, mostly because I have other watches to wear, so this watch doesn't get much wrist time, although I really love this design. This is my Amiga Seamaster from 90s. This is one of those first Bond watches that was introduced by Amiga, but this is in a 36mm case size, which is super comfortable. I love this older version bracelet that they used to have before. I'm not a big fan of what bracelet they have right now in their Seamaster collection. This one is incredibly comfortable bracelet, and again, because of this is the quartz watch, I can let it sit in my drawer and wear them just occasionally. It is great watch, I really like it, but recently most often my wife wears this watch, so kind of win-win situation for both of us, and she also love it very much. Okay, moving on to my watch that I used to wear a lot when I just bought it. This is Seiko SPB143J1. I made several videos about this watch, and I think the overall package is incredible. The watch is great, the design is amazing. The hard coating that they have on this watch, that the Seiko applied on this watch, is really great because the case doesn't have scratches almost at all. I can't see any scratches here. There are some scratches on the bracelet, but on the case, not many. I don't see any, and this is really great, I think. But there are some disadvantages, and that's why I don't wear this watch that often, because of the accuracy of the movement. I really hate the accuracy here with this watch. When I just bought it, I think it was better, and I was wearing it pretty often, and I didn't see any problems with the watch. But after some time, I noticed that watch is really falling behind. So for now, I wear this watch occasionally. It is mostly sitting in my watch box. I probably gonna let this watch go. Here is another Seiko that I loved a lot when I bought it, and I still think it is pretty good watch. This is Seiko Baby Alpinist. So this is not like a true Alpinist, but it still falls in the Alpinist category by Seiko. It is Prospex model, and I think it is very solid watch. The package again is great. The dial is amazing. The texture of the dial, the design of the dial is incredible. I love it. This watch shares the same movement as SPB143, so the accuracy again not as great, although a little bit better. I don't wear this watch this often, again because other watches occupy my wrist right now, so I don't have a time for this watch, but sometimes occasionally I wear it. I still like this watch. I like this watch. I'm not eager to sell it, but we'll see how it's gonna go. Here's my Longines Heritage 1918. When I bought this watch, I was wearing them a lot. I think I bought it maybe like 5 years ago or so, and I still love it. I like how contrast it is. I like the white dial. I don't have many white dial watches. Every time I put it on my wrist, I don't want to take it out because it is pretty comfortable and the design is pretty good. And since we are talking about Longines, this is my another watch from Longines. This is their DolceVita model, the older version that they used to have. This particular design, this particular dial is pretty rare. This is a quartz model, and this watch I used to wear as my classic watch. I think it is really refined and really great watch. It has curved case, which makes it incredibly comfortable on a wrist. I don't wear this watch very often, and with my tank, I think with my Cartier tank, this watch I will be wearing even less, but it's fine because my wife, she is wearing this watch and she loves it too. And speaking of affordability and speaking of great affordable watches, this is my Hamilton Khaki field watch. It's in 42mm case size, and I think this watch is amazing. I think this watch is one of the best watches that I can recommend if you don't want to spend a lot of money but you want to buy a solid watch. This is the watch that you should get for sure, because Hamilton is an incredible brand with rich history, with rich heritage, and what they do price-wise and design-wise is great. And speaking of field watches, here is my Smith's Everest in 36mm. This is a very good watch with some great history as well. This is the watch with Rolex Explorer, with vintage Rolex Explorer aesthetics. I love this watch. I made a video about this watch, if you can check it out. Don't wear it often, but pretty good watch to have. I will try to move on more quickly. Here is my Eterna Soleure. This is the watch they don't produce anymore, and in general Eterna is in a pretty bad shape right now, I think. I really like the execution of the watch, I really like the design. I think it is a very solid classic watch from Eterna. And here are my two other Eternas that I bought many years ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. The price was very good, so it was like my impulsive buy, my impulsive purchase. I bought this one, then I bought another one after like a week or so, because I thought that would be nice to have another watch, a similar watch on the bracelet. They both quartz watches. This one ran out of battery. I didn't even replace it. This one still has some juice in the battery. As you can see, it's still running, and they are quite thin, but their case is bigger than I like. So I was wearing it, but now I don't wear it, because I think if the case would be smaller, they would make a better classic watches. I have to let them go because they sit in my drawer for a long time and I don't wear it. So this is Eterna Artena. I'm not sure if they still produce this model. Here is another quartz watch. Here is my Tissot PRX. I bought it and I liked it. I think it is amazing watch for the price. If you are looking for the watch with integrated bracelets, this is a really good solid choice to get. Maybe in a month or so I got another watch with integrated bracelet, and this is the watch that I take all the time, and this unfortunately can't compete on my wrist with this model. So unfortunately that's why this model sits in my drawer most of the time. But again, the watch itself is incredible. If you are looking for similar aesthetics, it's just amazing. I love it. Here's my vintage Girard-Perregaux Gyromatic. I used to have a gold-plated Gyromatic long time ago, and I sold it, and then I was regretting it, and then when opportunity arose, I bought this watch, and I wore it a lot. I have this watch for maybe 6 years or so, maybe even 7 years. I was wearing it a lot when I bought it. It is 34mm case size, and if you are looking for a pretty interesting watch, vintage watch, Girard-Perregaux Gyromatic is one of those watches that you can check out. Here is the watch that I got some time ago this year, and I was planning to do a review of this watch but didn't have a time to do it, and I didn't wear it often. Tried it, wore it a few times. This is Vaer. This is the watch that I assembled in the US. This is a quartz model, and you can see the design language is similar to Rolex Explorer. I'm gonna do a review of this watch, so stay tuned for it. And now to my watches that I consider as a fun watches in my collection. Here is the Timex Q Snoopy model. I think it is pretty great and fun watch to have if you like the design. I like this Pepsi bezel here, I like Snoopy here on the dial, so it is a fun watch to have. Another watch is the most hyped watch of the century, I would say. This is a MoonSwatch from Swatch and Amiga. This is a mission to Jupiter, which I bought last summer. and I'm wearing it on a perpetual strap, a rubber band. I made several videos about this watch. It is a crappy quality but pretty fun watch to have. Here is my another fun watch, and this is another hyped watch that was introduced this year in 2022. This particular one is a limited edition, Bamford limited edition. I was never looking to buy this particular model, but when I got notification that they are available here in Canada, I jumped immediately. I bought it immediately, and I'm happy that I did, because I think it is pretty fun watch to have, like a very nice summer watch. I'm not a big fan of G-Shock in general, but I have few of them, and they're good to have. It's pretty solid watch to have in a collection. And here's my another limited edition G-Shock, which I bought out of curiosity. That was my first G-Shock actually that I bought, and I bought it because, not because of it was a limited edition, but because of the color of the case and the color of the strap. I like the design, I like the color, and I wear it occasionally, not often, but it is another great fun summer watch to have. And speaking of moon watches, here is my Bulova moon watch. This is a 45mm case. It is a very large watch, but I really like it. I really like the design. I really like the quality of this model. I think it is a very solid watch, and if you like the moon watch aesthetic, if you like the moon watch history, this is the watch that has both. It has history, it has aesthetic from moon watch, but again, because I have other watches that occupy my wrist time, I don't wear it very often. But here it is another watch that I have. This is my Amiga pocket watch that I bought in a antique store. It is Amiga in a silver case. It is incredibly beautiful watch. I really like it. I remember when my kids saw it, I say, "Oh, okay, Daddy, so this watch is gonna be our family heirloom." So I guess it has now a purpose to be a heirloom in our family. And you can even open the case and see the movement in here. And to end this video, these are my favorite watches that I have right now in my collection. These are the watches that I wear the most, and here is another one. So this is my collection as of the end of 2022. For 2023, I'm planning to trim my collection and to sell some watches that I don't wear. I'm hoping to get one watch in 2023 that I really can't get out of my head. But for that, I have to free some space. I have to sell some watches that I don't wear. Here are the watches that I have in my collection right now. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this collection, what you think about the watches, what you think I should get rid of, maybe what watch I should buy, what watch I should sell. I really love to hear your suggestions and your comments in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye now and take care.